Today on the channel from Marvel Legends House of X, Magneto. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel as we continue our Marvel Legends House of X unboxing and reviews. As you guys have been following along, we're going to unbox every single one of these. At the very end of the last video, we'll do the Build-A-Figure, and we'll rank them in order of my favorite to least favorite in this set. And this is an interesting set. I've said it before, it's very akin to the Age of Apocalypse set that we got from Marvel Legends in 2020. Me personally, I love the Age of Apocalypse. I was of the time and the era where that was a big deal. I was loving it. I was reading every issue. I had every issue. House of X, gotta be honest, I read some blurbs on it, but I am by no means an expert on this story arc. But I do know Professor Xavier and Magneto formed a friendship. I mean, they've had their on and off agains throughout the years in the comics, but they're a friendship, they're a partner. They go to Krakoa, craziness happens, and away you go. But obviously, it's a lot deeper than that, but by no means am I an expert on this figure line, comic book storyline. The figures, I know figures, so I can compare it and contrast, and some of these are really cool, and some of these maybe miss the mark a little bit, but we'll see how about Magneto. Pretty cool, different, alternate version of Magneto. We're always used to his purple and his pink colors, stuff like that, and we're going to compare it to the classic Magneto, like we always do. We like to compare some of these classic figures, but first, we got to look at the box. Then we got to open it up. Then we got to talk on it. But we also got to mention, for all your Marvel Legends needs, make sure you hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So, all right, let's take a look at the packaging on this Magneto figure. There it is. So you can look inside. You see that nice X from the House of X background there. Got a lot of extra hands with this Magneto, which is pretty interesting. You got 3 heads for the Build-A-Figure, so he comes with the head of the Build-A-Figure. And then you got that very white and black and gray, very different Magneto from what we're used to. So really cool, different there. You got the Krakoan language right here by my fingers. You got the House of X logo, Marvel Legends logo up top. Little X logo right there with a warning up top as well. There's the old Magneto glamour shot. No effects with this figure. I would have liked to seen one of these hands, kind of that translucent color. I think that would have been cool with Magneto, but we didn't get that. And same thing on this side. Warnings down below. And then, of course, the back of the package right there. Got the whole group down there, the Build-A-Figure, warnings, glamour shot, and a little blurb, Marvel Legends logo, a little Krakoan up top. Let's read what it says about our old buddy Magneto. Magneto forges an unlikely partnership with Xavier in pursuit of a lofty common goal, the protection of all mutants. So there you go. Like I said, they formed a bond. They formed a relationship in this story arc and are on the same team for once as they go back and forth throughout the years as we've seen. So there we go. I'm looking to see if there's anything else I need to talk about on the box, but nothing really. I don't know about this Marvel's Tri-Sentinel. It'll be an interesting Build-A-Figure. I got a feeling this might be my least favorite Build-A-Figure of 2021. Obviously, we got a long ways to go in 2021, but I don't know the character. Obviously, it's a Sentinel, which I do like, but that's not the Sentinel. When I think Sentinels, that's not what I think of. So it'll be interesting. We'll see what we think when we get there. But that'll come future video in a couple of days. All right, let's see old Magneto. There's that back packaging. You know, I didn't look inside the X. So I guess I didn't even look in the other ones. There's a picture of Magneto in there, so I'm assuming every figure has a picture inside that X, which is pretty cool. See you later. All right, let's look at the old plastic prison. Very difficult to get white figures clean without spots and smudges and stuff, and this is actually very clean, this Magneto. I like it a lot. Even the hard plastic cape, which usually I'll have a black scuff or something. I've seen that a lot over the years. Very clean, so kudos right there. Like that a lot. There's the old plastic prison shot. Very cool with those purple heads up top. Really gives some color to the packaging. I think that's kind of cool. Like I said, a lot of extra hands with this one as well. All right. Speaking of hands, can I get them out? They're taped in. They don't want those hands going anywhere, especially my floor. There we go. All right, now I'll get the heads out here. Interesting. All right. We'll get Magneto out. Yikes. See you later. I thought I almost scuffed up the cape. That would have been something. I'm complaining and I'm saying how great the cape is, then I scuff it up myself. I don't know what to think about these 3 heads. I guess we'll get to it when we build the Build-A-Figure. We'll get to it. So we got 2 fist hands, and we got 2 open kind of magical hands, and then we got 2 gripping hands. I don't think I'd use the. He doesn't have anything to hold on to, so I think I'm thinking I'll probably use these hands on him. These 2 mystical power hands. I think that makes more sense. So I'm going to pop those on right now. That's more my Magneto hand. I want something like he's doing something. There he is. All right, what do we got here? Looking deep into the paint. Doesn't look to be any paint issues. I'm pretty sure this is basically a repaint of another Magneto figure. Very cool, though. I would have liked to see an extra head with this one. I do have an extra head. Maybe I'll pop on just to see how it looks. Just Magneto without his helmet on. How would he look with just the white? I mean, that might be something to look at. But there it is. A very solid figure. It's something different. It's kind of like that white Doctor Doom figure we have coming. It's such a shock to our memory banks and our brain and our eyes because you're so used to the purple and pink of Magneto. And just like this one. There it is. There's the classic Magneto that we all know. And I believe this is basically a repaint of this one. It's straight on repaint. Different belt. I mean, there's a few differences, but not much. It even seems to be, is that the same head? No, the head's a little different, I guess. The helmet's no, the head and helmet are different. The cape looks to be the same. Obviously, different color on the cape. You know what? It's different enough. It's similar but different, which I guess it should be. It's Magneto after all. But a very solid figure. If I can get him to stand here. We'll put this Magneto on a ringside. We'll do the ringside collectibles test. Will Magneto fit? I always say ringside collectible stands. They got the best stands in the game. Uh-oh. Oh, he fits. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on your stands at Ringside Collectibles. Got to do a little work with the ankles there, but he'll fit. He'll stand on the stand, just like so. A solid figure. Like I said, it's drastic. It's just a drastic change. When we think Magneto, this isn't what we think. And sometimes it's cool to see a little bit of a reimagining of a character like this. I definitely like these hands more than the open hands. The fist hands aren't bad. Maybe mix them up a little bit. But I just think like that with the 2 open hands like that is a pretty solid look for old Magneto. I do have this Magneto head. There's the plain Jane Magneto without a helmet. Maybe I can see if this will swap. Sometimes these will pull off. Pulled off real easy. See what we think of this. There it is. Is it too much white, too much gray without the helmet? Something different. I mean, I could definitely see somebody using this. Boy, it looks, he almost looks like Superman's dad. It's kind of what it reminds me of a little bit from the old Christopher Reeve movies. But very cool. It's cool to get a reimagined character like Magneto in a different outfit, something different. I'm okay with it. If you're going to have one Magneto, it's not the Magneto to get. You have to have this Magneto if you're only having one. But if for an alternate storyline, alternate universe, this fits it, the description. This is okay to me. I have no qualms about it. I don't think he'll be my favorite in the House of X line. We'll rank them all at the end when I get through all the reviews and look at them. But I gotta think he'll be somewhere up towards the top. Early recon mission out in the stores, from what I'm seeing, this Magneto is probably the most popular one in the wave. I seem to see him and Moira McTaggart, and that could be for army building purposes. Those two are the ones that are seemingly the hardest to find early on, but we're still way early in this game. My gut tells me this wave will be fairly easy to find. We just got to give it time. Like anything else, it takes a little bit of time to get the pegs in and get some collectors to get the first wave out, and then they'll start peg warming. My gut tells me we'll see these on clearance down the line. I hope not. You never want stores to clearance out their X-Men figures. That means they're not moving. But at the same time, got to get a deal. Not a bad deal for some of you guys playing the long game. You might be able to pick up these on a good sale. Especially in places like Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description below. Like I said, they do some hot deals, especially maybe Christmas holiday of 2021. If you can wait that long, you might be able to get this whole set for under $100 shipped to you. Very well could be. We've seen that before with some other lines in the past. I just don't know. Being an X-Men line, you would think they'd really flood the shelves with this one, but at the same time, they might be smart saying, this is an offshoot. This isn't traditional X-Men. We got to be a little generous, pull back the reins a little bit on some of the releases. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. We're still early in the story of House of X on the retail pegs, But it's all fun and games. It'll be fun to see who we see out there soon. But this Magneto, not too bad. Not too bad. Better than expected, which I always prefer. I wasn't sure if I'd really like the white. It's by no means his classic attire, but it's something different, and I'm all for different. All for taking chances every once in a while. But you guys tell me in the comments, do you agree with me? Do you kind of think that same way? Let me know your thoughts on this Magneto. Let me know your thoughts on House of X. Are you all in? Are you all out? Did you like Age of Apocalypse and not House of X? Are you out on both of them? A lot to discuss in the comments, so let me know. Don't forget to like the video. You've made it this far. You might as well hit the old like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. As you guys know, we got videos every single day. Hit that old notification bell. Check back. We're unboxing this whole wave, and then at the very end, we're going to rank them in order. We're going to build that Build-A-Figure, and we're going to see what we think about this whole line and kind of wrap it up in a nice little bow. So stay tuned for that. But for the Magneto brothers, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.